Hello everyone and hello my lovely little weasels. The Kuva Sobek alongside the Tenant Glaxion are our two newest Tenant and Kuva weapons respectively. Now the Kuva Sobek, is it any good? What element did I choose and what does it have hidden up its sleeve? All of that in one juicy little video. So starting off with the base weapon itself, and what element did I choose? Well, first of all, I choose to have heat on my weapon. I love having heat and I think everybody does, especially because of the armor reduction that you gain, and it is a pretty good element to have. Now you can choose electricity, toxin or cold. Those three are pretty good options as well, if not maybe even better for you. And of course it can use the exclusive mods like Shattering Justice, Acid Shells, and the newest one, Clip Delegation, which I think is gonna be a pretty good mod when we all get access to it. Thank you, DE. And I do have 39% heat. Now I would Valence fuse my weapon and increase it a little bit higher. I'm just showing you how the base weapon with 39%, which is somewhere average, how it performs. Now on my Revenant in the gameplay that you might be seeing, I have no buffs to the actual weapon, but considering we're talking about the base weapon, what are the differences between the Kuva Sobek and the ordinary Sobek? Well, first of all, it has basically higher everything. So higher base damage, it has higher impact, puncture and slash, and higher base critical chance, critical multiplier, status chance. Of course it does reload faster as well. It is less accurate, but other than that everything else is pretty much better, considering the fall off and damage fall off and stuff like that. But you do not care about that. I am thinking you pretty much care for the build. Now the build is up on screen: Galvanized Hell, Primed Savage, Critical Declaration, Shotgun Barrage, Primed Chilling Grasp, Toxic Barrage, Galvanized Savvy, and Hunter Munitions alongside Vigilante Supplies and Primary Merciless. Now a Corrupted Cleanse mod would be very good, a primed one, so replace it instead of Shotgun Barrage, but I decided to go for the additional fire rate. Now, the weapon as itself is pretty okay. Using a Warframe, like for example Wisp, like a Gauss like I am in the background, or using someone like Volt and or Hero is going to be beneficial to, of course, every single weapon, and especially for the Kuva Sobek. I love using this weapon on Gauss, believe it or not. It is actually a pretty good weapon, considering Gauss can increase its fire rate and also reload speed, and with Thermal Sunder you can apply heat and cold. Now, there is one Warframe where this weapon pairs perfectly, and this is where it's hiding its card, and that card has Saren written all over it. Saren, with her spores and her corrosive and armor shipping and just nuking capabilities, pairs perfectly with this weapon, but this weapon has another card, or I guess mod, in its sleeve. Now, how does the actual Sobek build look like? This one's a little bit different. We have Galvanized Hell, Prime Cleanse Corrupted, Acid Shells, Seeking Fury, Galvanized Savvy, Shotgun Barrage, Chilling Reload, Toxic Barrage, and then Primary Merciless, and then Vigilante Supplies. Now, Acid Shells, enemies explode on death, dealing 450 corrosive damage, and, which is very good, additional 45% based on their health in a 15-meter radius. So you're gonna be nuking a lot of enemies with this. When there is enemies close by, within of course 15 meters, you will be able to literally nuke them with Toxic Lash active and also Spores active on that enemy. Once you kill them, it is going to be extremely easy to just chain it and continue it around. You can basically just aim for the lowest level enemy and you're pretty much going to be nuking everything else. For example, when you're shooting the Acolyte, just shoot enemies around him and he's pretty much going to die as is from the actual Acid Shells explosion and all of your additional damage. So this weapon pairs perfectly well with Saren, and I think that this build is not going to really change even when we get our hands on the new Augment mod. Now, I will be making a full video on this and Saren and how everything functions, but at the moment the Kuva Sobek is purposely gonna be used for Saren. I don't think it is an incredible weapon. I think it's okay and pretty decent on its own, but when you pair it with Saren or a Warframe that can actually buff this weapon, it is much better. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, do leave a like, a comment, and do subscribe for more. I'm very interested on your thoughts on this weapon, and of course, do keep an eye out for the Saren build coming out soon. And, of course, farm that Tenant Glaxion. This has been the Gaming Weasel, over and out.